Nice to see you again. How have you been?
I have. I'm doing good.
Okay, nice. How was your weekend?
Uh, I had only Sunday off, so it was a quite busy day for me.
Mm-hmm. So even on Sunday you were busy. I'm sure there must have been something special. So what were you up to this Sunday?
No,
What kept you
actually,
busy?
I was busy with my child, so I was taking
Oh.
care of him. And in the evening, we went out in a park
Mm-hmm.
so that
Mm-hmm.
he can play.
Okay.
Then we came back, and yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice. So overall, a very fulfilling weekend, I can say. Spend some quality time with your kid.
Yes.
Okay, nice. That's great. All right, then, how is the weather in your city today? I think here it's becoming hotter and hotter by the day. What's the situation like in your place?
Same here. Same here. It's hotter and hotter. Yes.
Okay, so how do you manage to beat the heat? What are your hacks to, just cool down?
No, actually, yes, it is hot, but it's not too hot. It's not unbearable. So
Hmm.
we can tolerate the heat right
Okay.
now, but I don't think that would be the case after, a
Hmm.
month. So from April, I don't think we can get away with the heat. We have to
Hmm.
turn on the air conditions.
Ah. Okay, absolutely. I think it's only going to increase now in the upcoming week. So it's better to be
Yes.
prepared both mentally and also in terms of amenities. It's better to keep everything ready.
Yes, ma'am. True.
Okay, so I want to start off the session with a pleasant memory. Um, I think summer vacations were the most exciting 2 months of the whole year for me back when I was a kid, right? I would eagerly wait for summer holidays. So, can you tell me what did your summer holidays look like, your summer vacations?
Uh, I don't think, actually, I do not remember my summer holidays.
Okay.
We, some, on some, no, sometimes we would go to my mother's house, which
Hmm.
is quite near to the house where I used to live.
Hmm.
So, uh, it's not far, so the weather is also the same. The weather was also the same, and the area. So
Hmm.
I don't think I have a memory of that.
Really?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, that's something unusual, but no worries. That's okay, right? But when I compare my childhood to my adulthood right now, one thing that I feel is, time flies. Literally, I feel like that. How the years pass so soon. So this brings me to our today's session, and that is aging. So, would you be comfortable discussing this with me in today's class,
Yes.
or do you have anything else? Okay,
No.
all
No.
right. Okay. So, I have seen two types of people. Number one, they are excited about the prospect of growing old and retiring. And second category, they're very afraid of the challenges that old age is going to bring. So, they're not looking forward to it. Which category do you belong to?
I'm also not looking forward to it, but I'm also not scared. So
Okay.
uh, I'm in the middle, I can say.
Okay. Um, the quality of a good answer, I mean, the sign of a very good answer is after you've given an opinion, like I am afraid or not, or whatever. You come up with one or two reasons to justify that opinion so that the listener can get a glimpse into your thoughts. That's the whole point of communication, right? So do not hesitate. If you're giving an opinion, just with one or two sentences, give some data related to it, like why, what, how, those things. Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, as I said, I'm not looking forward to it. Um,
Hmm.
and also I'm not scared of it because I have my own plans.
Hmm.
And I'm a banker. So I have to do this job till the age of 60, and after that,
Mm.
I will surely do something fruitful.
Okay.
Now, as I'm learning this language, I'm working on my fluency. So after I achieved fluency, I want to start something on my own. So
Hmm.
when I will be retired, I think I will have a lot of time to work on myself at that age
Mhm.
also.
Yeah.
And age for me is actually a number. I don't think I have ever hesitated to tell someone my actual age. So it
Right.
doesn't matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell everyone what is my actual age, because for me it's just a number, and I feel that I am kid at heart. So
That's sweet.
nowadays also I love watching animated movies. Sometimes I do watch the cartoons that I used to watch in my childhood.
Hmm.
So yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. See, the quality of this answer, it showed me what exactly your thought process is on matters, and this made communication so easy, right? So, wonderful answer. Really, really good. So, maintain the same pattern. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it seems like after your retirement, your hands will your plates are going to be full with a lot of work still because you have so many amazing plans.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. And whenever I see advertisements or commercials on television, one product that is marketed heavily these days is an anti-aging product. It could be anti-aging creams, anti-aging serums, lotion, everything. Every cosmetic these days has a small label anti-aging. So why do you think these products are gaining so much traction or visibility from customers? What's the psychology behind this?
Uh, so we all want to look good,
Hmm.
as long as possible for us to look good.
Yes. Yes.
And because of our lifestyle, I think uh, we tend to uh, we tend to grow old. Uh,
Hmm.
uh, the signs of aging comes on our face um,
Yes.
earlier than what it used to be for my mother. If I talk about her generation, so my
Mm-hmm.
mother still, if someone
Hmm.
meets my mother, then
Hmm.
he or she tells me that, oh, she's so beautiful and she looks like your sister, your elder sister.
Okay.
So yeah, she's so beautiful, and they, so there are a visible signs of aging, but it's not too much that it
Hmm.
should be.
Hmm.
So but I don't think that will be the case for myself.
Hmm.
So and others also of my generation. So
Hmm.
we try to make ourselves presentable. That's
Yes.
why after, I guess, 30,
Hmm.
we tend to use a lot of anti-aging products, or at least the products that have those anti-aging agents in it.
Yeah.
uh, because whenever I watch videos on skincare and hair care, so
Hmm.
the doctors or the yes, so the doctors say that you have to use, at least start using anti-aging products after the age of 30. It's
30. Yeah.
necessary.
Hmm.
Yes. So I think to look good and to stay young for a longer time, people tend
Hmm.
to use anti-aging products more and more.
Absolutely right. And I couldn't agree more with you on the difference in the aging process between our parents' generation and our generation. This is the same thing that I've observed in my mother. My mother is 50, 55 plus now. Okay. But when someone looks at her, it's very difficult to guess her age because I think that's how she's aging. Whether it's the texture of the skin or the glow in her eyes or the way she carries herself, it's still so graceful. I think our mothers have some secret that they need to pass on to us.
Yes. I think it's
Oh,
because of their food habit, and also the quality of food was much better earlier than it is now.
true. Absolutely right. And one thing that I've observed in our culture is that there is this notion that in an argument between an elderly and a person from younger generation, what the elderly says is supposed to be done. Like we have to follow what the elders say, right? Even if the younger person is giving a more logical argument or a more logical conclusion, but still it is sidelined, right? So do you feel it's fair? Do you feel that we should change our mindset slightly towards this? What do you think?
Yes, definitely we should change our mindset according to the time, because
Hmm.
time is changing. People's mindset uh, are also changing,
Hmm.
and you should also change your thinking according to the time that you are living.
Yes.
And Nowadays, actually, what I am observing that if I talk about skincare and hair care industry, then a lot
Yes.
of things that my mother or my grandmothers used to apply on skin or hair, so they are
Hmm.
trying to incorporate those things nowadays.
Yeah.
So I think we are more inclined towards the products uh,
Hmm.
that are available in market rather than the home remedies, or
Yeah.
the home what are available at our home. So
You're right. Home remedies is the correct word here. Home remedies is the right
yes.
thing.
Yes, so home remedies. So there are a lot of ingredients that are available at our home that we can use on our, we can apply on our hair and face, and yes, it will take some time, but you will get the result eventually. So
True.
like this, there are a lot of topics which I think now we are we are learning about that. No, the what the elders uh, says not to do, or forbids us not to do this or not to do that, or maybe wear this or that. So after
Hmm.
marriage you have to put those sindoor and those
Hmm. Hmm.
so
Hmm.
certain things. So they
Hmm.
these have these things
Hmm.
have always had a scientific reason behind it, but I
Hmm.
think they didn't know that, and also we don't search these things on internet. But if you really go and search, you can find a scientific reason behind everything and anything that the elders tell us. Oh my god, the
No
electricity
problem.
went off, I'm so sorry.
I could see that. No worries, no worries. You can turn off your video completely. And when the light is back, when the power is back, you can turn it on. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
No worries, it happens. Okay, absolutely. The word that you were looking for is customs or rituals. You can say every custom or every ritual has a scientific reason behind it.
Yes,
Okay,
custom.
great. Now, when it comes to aging, the opposite of aging would be immortality, right? Someone who never ages, who's going to live forever and ever and ever. So, would you like to be an immortal?
Um, no, if I can be immortal, then I want everyone to be immortal. I don't want to live alone in this world.
Makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
that's quite practical. Okay, so if your loved ones are also immortals, if they become immortals, then you're okay with it,
Yes. Otherwise, I don't want to be immortal.
right? Who would want to uh, live on this planet alone, right? No one would like that.
Yes.
Okay, so on the topic of immortality, there is a fascinating island in Japan. So there is a small paragraph that I want to share with you, which you have to read out loudly. It's a small reading task. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So here I think you can see the heading, The Land of Immortals.
Yes.
Okay, can you start reading from here? Okay, we'll do one thing. For the first 20 seconds, just read everything in your mind so that you familiarize yourself with the words. And then when you start reading it loudly, make sure you're sounding expressive. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so your 30 seconds to read it in your mind begins now.
Okay, ma'am, I'm ready.
Okay, please go for it. Please start reading.
A Japanese island called Okinawa has the highest number of people reaching 100 years of age. In addition to a long life, the settlers of Okinawa are some of the healthiest and happiest people in the world. Factors such as a traditional diet rich in vegetables and lean protein, an active lifestyle, strong social connections, and access to healthcare have contributed to the long and healthy lives of its residents.
Great. Would you like to stress a little bit on this? And access to healthcare have contributed to the long and healthy lives of its residents. So the long and healthy can be stressed upon a little bit. Yeah, can you go for it?
Yes. And access to healthcare have contributed the long and healthy lives of its residents.
Absolutely. Now, coming to the first sentence again, here you have a superlative, right? Highest. So,
Yes.
that also needs to be stressed on. A Japanese island called Okinawa has the highest number of people reaching 100 years of age. So, highest and 100. I would want you to add a little bit more expressiveness in these two words. Can you try one more time? Just one
Yes.
sentence.
A Japanese island called Okinawa has the highest number of people reaching 100 years of age.
Very good. Okay, very good. So, when it comes to English, vocabulary, grammar, these are, of course, the pillars of English communication. But in addition to that, voice modulation, pauses, these things also matter. They enhance your presentation skills.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so focus on that. From today onwards, there is one activity that I would love for you to try out. Um, you can pick a small paragraph of 4 to 5 sentences, not more than that. First, read it in your mind. Okay, underline words where you feel you can add a little more impact, that stress. So, underline it. Take your mobile phone recorder and start speaking. See whether you're able to bring that impact into the way you communicate or not. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Very well, very well. So yes, that brings us to the end of today's Q&A. When it comes to the ideas that you spoke or the sentence structures that you used, I don't have any complaints or any criticisms as such. Today's feedback, I won't make it only vocabulary and grammar specific. I would like to ask you some questions just to get to know your thought process. When you speak in English with anyone, do you feel any kind of pressure or do you feel any kind of thoughts that okay, I have to impress this person or have to speak a certain way only? Do you put yourself under that pressure?
Yes, whenever I come for the sessions, I don't want to impress anyone, but I'm hard on myself. I want to speak fluently. I want to use a lot of advanced words, phrases, but I'm
Hmm.
unable to do that.
It's very evident when you speak, because the first time you gave me the answer for the first question, that sounded like something a beginner would use, but then I know your potential, right? I've had other sessions with you. So when I told you open up a little, breathe and then speak, it was a completely different person in front of me. So the moral of the story is your mindset is very important. Of course, it's good to have the impression that okay, I have to impress my teachers. It's a good thought, but not so much that you feel restricted, that you feel rigid. Open up, right? Allow yourself to make mistakes here and there. Have some free mind and then communicate. And you say that you want to use good phrases and idioms and stuff in English. Instead of reading vocabulary 3 4 days before your session, read it 20 30 minutes before your session. I think you might have a diary or something where you're writing down
Yes.
words and meanings and stuff like that.
Yes.
Scroll through that minutes before your session so that these things are fresh in your mind. Make
Yes.
sense? Right? If you are revising things way before in advance, it's a good practice, but in the session, maybe you won't get a chance to use it as much as you want. So make sure that your revisions and scrolling through your words take place somewhere close to the session.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. How many words approximately do you have in your vocabulary journal?
Uh, Actually, not much. The last book that I read and completed, finished
Hmm.
reading.
Hmm.
So I read 50 or 60 vocabulary words from that book. And
Okay.
I don't know the meaning of all the 50 and 60, some 10 and 15. The meaning of the words I only know. Uh,
Out of
and
60, you know the meaning of 10 and 15. Out of 60.
yes, yes. 10 and 50,
Okay.
though the words are familiar to me, but I don't know the exact meaning, so I have to search on Google and then write it down.
Exactly. My thing is don't write down anything for the time being. It's a waste of time. These things are readily available to you on Google. Why do you want to write the same thing? Just take a screenshot and keep it in your gallery. So every night before you go to sleep, just scroll through it. You need to write down those things which you cannot access again and again. For example, you're sitting in
Yes,
a lecture, you have a professor in front of you. That professor will not repeat the golden words again and again. So, those things you have to write down. The words and meaning on Google that's available for eternity. So, why do you want to write that down? Just take a screenshot and put it in your phone. Simple.
yes,
Okay, so try to do that. And every day before coming to the sessions, you have 60 words, 15, 20. Select only four, maybe two good vocabulary and two idioms or phrasal verbs, right? Just come up with four or five things that you intentionally want to use in that session. Intentionally, right? Just do
yes,
this much. Just four or five good words, good phrases, good idioms can make a big difference to the entire speaking process.
yes,
Yeah. Just do that. Other than that, there is no lack of knowledge in you. You are pretty good with the grammar concepts. I know you have all the vocabulary, just need to tweak your practice and revision. These are the two things that you have to make alterations to. Other than that, you're perfectly fine.
thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Okay, and before coming to the session, just take a deep breath two, three times and come with an open mind. As you know, you've taken so many sessions with us already. I'm sure you agree that all the teachers are very friendly, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
So you don't have to be nervous about anything. Okay?
sure.
Okay.
I will try.
Definitely. Please do. Please do. So if you have any questions for me, um, anything at all related to English communication or whatsoever, please let me know.
Uh, no, I just want to improve, and so today also I'm feeling that I'm not going anywhere forward. I'm
It's
stuck
all
at
in the
one
mindset.
place.
Yeah, just go through the recording, and I've spoken to you for the last so many minutes. So just work on that because you get a lot of feedback, but until and unless you work on the feedback, things will not change, right? So work on it
Yes,
slowly and steadily. You will surely see improvements. I promise you that.
yes, no. I have to give myself some time and follow
Yes.
the instructions.
Yes. More than instructions, guidelines, right? Guidance.
Yes, yes.
So
Because in
yeah,
the last session you told me about PPF technique, uh, past, present, and future
future.
for this
Hmm.
temporary topic.
Yes.
So I have tried to incorporate that in some of my sessions. Uh,
Okay.
and it was a brilliant idea.
Thank you very much. See, I told you, right? You're a very sincere and dedicated learner. You're a very bright woman. So you don't have much to worry. Be positive. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Don't come under the pressure of your own expectations. Just relax. That's very important. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So, since we are on the topic of aging, there is a beautiful idiom that I came across very recently, and that is age before beauty. All right, age before beauty. Any idea what this means? Have you heard this before?
No, age before beauty.
Yes. So this idiom suggests that elderly should be given priority over younger ones as a sign of respect.
Oh,
Okay. For instance, imagine that you're standing in a queue and there is an elderly person, old person waiting behind you. So the polite thing would be to allow them to go first because age before beauty. Got it?
okay. Yes, we do that, but we don't know the idiom used for it. Yes.
Correct. Correct. So the next time you're paying some kind of respect to the elderly in your family, you're allowing them to go first. So just remember you're giving preference to age before beauty.
Yes.
Okay. And the next one, I'm sure you're going to get it right. The wisdom of the gray hair. So, what does it mean? The wisdom of the gray hair.
So gray hair means the person who is a senior citizen.
Yes, very true. Correct.
So their wisdom.
Absolutely. Say it with more confidence. You're 100% right. Come on, say it again with more conviction.
Can you please repeat the idiom
The
again?
wisdom of the gray hair.
The wisdom of the gray hair. So
Yes.
they have experience, and what they are saying, if we follow that, then we will get succeeded in our life.
Absolutely right. So this idiom depicts that the older individuals possess valuable wisdom because, as you mentioned, it's because of their experience in life. So one simple example would be whenever our grandfather gives us advice, we listen to him because we know he has the wisdom of the gray hair. He has the wisdom of the gray hair.
Okay.
Okay, so that's about it. So these two idioms are quite relevant. I think we all have that one elderly person who has guided us in life. So, and we listen to them. So this is something that can suit them. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So as always, it was a great session for me talking to you. If there's anything else that I can do to help you out, any other questions, please, feel free to let me know.
No.
Nothing. Okay. So did you have your dinner or you'll have it after the session?
No, I'll have it after the session.
High five. Same here.
Yes.
Okay, so even I'll run and go and have my dinner now. So, and I'll see you soon in the next session. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
It was a
All
lovely
the best.
session with you.
Same here. The pleasure was all mine. I always look forward to our sessions together. So, yeah, can't wait to meet you again. Bye bye.
Bye bye, ma'am. Bye bye.
Take care.
Take care.